Hey everyone, Dana here. After a cold winter in Germany, it's finally starting to warm up this summer, so let's talk about cold air conditioning in the US. So yes, the US definitely takes air conditioning or AC to another level. Let's say it's a hot summer day, 90 degrees out, that's 32 degrees Celsius. You're outside enjoying the warm day, dressed in shorts and flip-flops and a t-shirt, when suddenly your friend calls and asks if you can stop by the store and pick up a few things on your way over to their home. No problem, right? Well, it is a problem if you don't feel like walking around the grocery store like this, because you can almost always guarantee that if it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the AC is going to be pumping on high in almost all of the supermarkets, malls, stores, and restaurants in the US. As I explained in my video with Trixie about tips for tourists in the US, it was just kind of a normal thing for me to dress a little bit warmer, bring a jacket if I knew I was going to be going to the mall or going out to eat in the US, even if it was a scorching hot day out, especially if it was a scorching hot day out, which is pretty inconvenient and kind of annoying. I mean, it's a super nice warm day out, but instead of going outside in shorts and a t-shirt, I'm going out in thick jeans and a long sleeve shirt carrying a light jacket because I know that if I don't, halfway through my burger at the restaurant, I'll be rubbing my arms and dreaming of sweatshirts. Offices are another place where the AC is often kept at freezing temperatures in the US. I really don't think that I've ever been to an office in the summer in the US or just in Florida the whole year where I've thought like, now this is a place that's kept at a very comfortable temperature. No, I'm always freezing. From what I could find online, this is apparently a holdover from back in the day when offices were mostly filled by men wearing full business suits, so lots of layers. But like I said, nowadays, I still have never found a comfortable office in the summer or in Florida year-round, even in offices where nobody's wearing suits. Nobody's wearing suits, they're all just wearing normal clothes, and yet it's still freezing in there. And in offices where we did have to dress more formally, the women's business clothes, that I could find at least, were always so much lighter than the guys' suits. So even when I was wearing a full suit, I was still always cold in the office and searching for blankets to hide under. I remember how just totally confused I was when I first moved to Europe and saw signs on the restaurant and shop windows advertising like, come eat here, come shop here, because we have air conditioning. And for me, it was just a given that stores and restaurants would have AC. Why is that special? Doesn't everyone have AC? No, I learned when the summer rolled around, not in Europe. From my experience, some places do, but many places don't. And the places that do have AC here don't have it on full blast like in the US. It's just kind of a little refreshing coolness, but not freezing cold. Also, I don't know anyone here in Germany who actually has air conditioning in their home. And as far as public transportation goes, I have been in some newer machines, I think, that do have AC, but there are still a lot running without AC. So don't expect to get AC in the public transportation. If you get it, it's a pleasant surprise, but don't expect it. The first time I went to the movies in Europe was also a surprise. I dressed extra warm, expecting it to be freezing in the theater because in the US, the movie theaters are notoriously cold. But here, I was overheating. It was so pleasantly not freezing that after I took off a few layers, I could actually really concentrate on the movie and really enjoy it because my brain was not frozen solid. Okay, but so usually in these Ask an American videos, the point is that I try to answer a question. Why does America keep the AC so freezing cold in the summer and year-round in warm places like South Florida? But this time, I don't have an answer. I'm actually the one asking the question. Fellow Americans, Why is it so freezing cold? Of course, it is definitely nice to have it a little bit cooler, for sure. But why is it kept so freezing cold? Okay, so my question for you is, do you like AC or do you prefer trains and restaurants without it? And Americans watching this, how do you feel about the AC in the US? Anyone out there love that it is kept super cold in the grocery store? I didn't like it, and neither did my friends, but there must be people out there who like it super cold if that's the way it is in the US, right? There's gotta be people out there that like it. So yeah, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also a really big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our Patreon page, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Oh, another question. How do you keep cool without AC? What are your little tricks for keeping cool in the summer? Ice and water and ice and water. If it's kept super cold, there have got to be people who like it or else we wouldn't do that, right? I spent so much time in South Florida walking around the stores like this, just trying to keep warm. If it is no big deal, right?